Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, oh yeah.
Yeah, we back.
I think we're back, brother man.
We back?
We're back, dude. How's it going?
Neither of us are wearing black though. I was gonna sing
Back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, right.
Let loose.
From the noose. From the noose. From the noose.
From the noose.
From the noose. That means he was choking
That
himself.
I've been hanging around. I had to look up the lyrics because I think that's like I honestly think that's the most like no one knows the words to that song, but everybody thinks they do, so they just sing it.
I think that's
like that's the only word they know.
It's always funny, like no matter whether you're at a wedding or like a club or something, like there's always really popular songs that people know like the chorus to,
right?
But when the actual lyrics come on, everyone's just like,
or like what I do is I sing it like 5 seconds after, not 5 seconds, but like a second after.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I need to hear the word, and then I'm like, hey.
Yeah, like oh yeah, I totally know these words. But yeah, I don't know the words to this podcast because it's not scripted, right? We're live.
I didn't script nothing.
I know, right? I don't know what I was getting with that, but it feels like
hey, you got a new haircut.
I did.
Wait a second. Joker and the Smoker, number
21, baby. So, yeah, we were on a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I released one, you released one,
right?
We kind of we kept them involved, but
exactly.
Honestly, when I did mine, it didn't feel the same.
Yeah, it wasn't. I tried to like get into the zone and everything, and I was in my hotel room and like tried to set everything up, but it was just it felt like I was talking to someone on speakerphone.
Right?
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same.
But it was cool. We got a few views, but mainly it made me realize like I wondered how much attention we would get while we weren't constantly releasing, and as it turns out, I think covered more ground like nationally in the U.S. and internationally in a few countries around the globe.
Yeah.
But if you look at our stats on Podbean, it's like at an all-time low for downloads on a daily basis, which is okay because we haven't been releasing stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
but our older stuff is getting downloaded too.
That's awesome.
So, needless to say,
thank you guys out there for doing that.
All of the like we'll pull it up later and we'll shout out specific thank yous. But whether you watched it while we were doing it or while we were on a break, or if you're watching it right now, thank you for watching. You are the reason we do this, and it's a good feeling to be back doing it, man, because I missed it for real.
It is. We've changed a lot.
We've figured out our our own kind of formula for what we want to do, and I think it's grown into something neither of us expected, but it's kind of exactly how we wanted it to, with surprises along the way.
But I was talking like physical. Like you have a different haircut.
Oh yeah, and you got a different facial hair too.
And I got a mustache.
So, yeah, we're just a little bit different now too. We're maybe a little more cultured, I feel.
Yeah, a little late. Yeah. Whatever you want to say.
Right.
I just did it because, honestly, when I put on my aviators, I look like an undercover cop.
That's badass.
And
in a porn film.
Who's going to pull over an undercover cop?
That's
smoking
true.
weed.
Yeah, nobody. No, yeah, as soon as somebody sees you in your car, they're going to be like, oh shit, that's an undercover.
Yeah, I need to act straight. It's like, no, motherfucker, I'm being just as bad as you.
Yeah, I'm not pulling you over. I'm trying to see what you're doing.
I just... I look like them, and I need to work that to my advantage.
Now you just need to go to a local police auction and buy one of those Malibus or Impalas with the spotlight still on the.
I want the
mirror.
old fucking what was it? The Crown Vic.
Oh
the
yeah,
old ones.
Those before they switched them again. Yeah. Those were pretty cool too.
With the light.
Yeah, it always makes me so angry though. It's like, how could that not be the first thing you take off the car after you buy it?
Oh, I'm so pissed at those motherfuckers that do that, because like they pull up behind me. It's like, you have a light. I don't know what to do. I need to act straight.
Looks like a mid 40-year-old woman who's morbidly obese eating tacos, but she's got a spotlight on the mirror.
She might be a cop. That's a cop car.
Yeah, exactly. So that's funny though.
Cops ruined Crown Vic. Now that you think about it,
it's funny though how like no matter what like organization on a government level adopts some kind of, whether it's a vehicle or technology,
right,
it's automatically branded as like police. Yeah.
If they have it, that's police.
Yeah,
that's police.
But then it becomes like a different culture thing for like skaters. Like it's cool for like skaters and shit to like drive a cop car or something, or like it's like anti-establishment.
Yeah, right. It's fighting the system, but like giving the system your money.
Yeah.
Like, I bought this from an auction, but the auction was ran by police. So I'm gonna buy it from them.
I'm buying it from them, but I'm giving it to them, contributing, and tearing up the streets. You already know.
Wait, No, you're fighting the purpose, my brother.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
How's Pennsylvania?
I've never been to a police auction. Have you?
No, but how's Pennsylvania? I've never been to an auction to begin with. Have you? No, that's a lie. I've been to one auction. It was a fundraiser for a child that had like a brain tumor.
Yeah, okay.
And I bought some fucking like $57 basket of like Bath and Body Works and bread and shit.
Excellent.
And I just gave it to the mother of the kid who got the brain tumor.
That only makes sense.
I was like, I can't use this.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 18 years old. I just got a paycheck. I'm here to blow it.
Contribute, yeah.
You guys let me buy beer. So,
but yeah,
it works out.
It's a win-win. But yeah, dude, Pennsylvania was good, and I've only been to a silent auction, I think. And
you got raised
silent
sign,
auctions
right?
are weird. Yeah, something like that. You like write your name on a piece of paper. It's weird.
Oh, so it's the different one. Like you write your name on it, and then you say like the amount you want to bid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so fucking weird. That's not an auction.
Then you
just
gotta like stand around nearby to make sure nobody outbids you or something. It's super weird.
That's so weird. Like call it something else. Like quiet buying.
Yeah. Call it sign up list auction.
Yeah, right. It's not even an auction at that point. Exactly, I need some dude doing like real fast stuff.
Can we just move this to Google spreadsheet so I can stay at home?
Please, thank you. But, mail me the object.
But yeah, dude, no. Pennsylvania was pretty awesome. It was like cool to it's like exciting, you know, because they flew me out there and I got to get a rental car. They put me in a 2019 Kia Sorento, so I was out there and like they put me in an extended stay hotel. So my hotel had a stovetop, 2 hot plate, a refrigerator, a microwave,
a mini fridge.
No, full blown fridge.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, wow, freezer and everything. So I was there and checked in and everything. Everything was good. I had a little bit of a commute from the hotel I was at to I was in Harrisburg. I flew into Harrisburg and stayed in Harrisburg. And
what side of Pennsylvania is that on? Because Pennsylvania is like 500 miles wide.
Right, exactly. I'm honestly not sure. It's closer to Lancaster. I'm very bad geographically unless I look at the map.
Is that closer to Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania? I mean, Philadelphia.
I think closer to Philadelphia.
Okay, so that's on the other side.
Yeah, but
from
there's all kinds of similar cities there. There's a Lancaster, there's a Lebanon, there's a couple other ones. And I was like, where am I at? But no, I had a little bit of a commute because right now I live like 10 minutes away from my work. So by the time I get to work, I've only been awake for about 15 minutes.
Right, exactly. So, you get up and go.
Right, yeah. So it was nice to have about a 30-minute commute because then I've been awake for like 45 minutes. And I've always looked at like the commute to your job as like meditation because unless you have a painful commute with a bunch of traffic, it's just like personal time kind of.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. I read a book and it says like the book was How to Own Your Life.
Yeah.
By Aubrey Marcus.
Okay.
And that's what he says do in the morning while you're driving to work. It's own the time that you're driving to work and you're in a car.
Exactly.
Meditate. Relax.
Get ready. Your thoughts together.
Yeah, exactly.
Prepare whether you're leaving something.
That's awesome that you said that, man.
Right, and like I don't know what other people do while they drive, but like today I was looking in my rear view and it was this hot young chick in a white Tesla.
Hell yeah.
And she was in her Tesla, and I imagine she had autopilot on because I never saw her look up from her phone. And I was like, geez. And also, passenger seats in Teslas look like crash test dummies without faces, and I was like, is there a robot driving this car or what?
I never I've seen a Tesla, but I never looked at like
it must have been a newer model one.
I've always been like, fuck that dude.
I really thought, I was like, is this the first driverless car I'm about to see? But no, that was anyways.
You should have slammed on your brakes, see what happened.
Yeah, I digress.
Elon Musk got the money. You could have sued him.
Yeah, that it's just a matter of time. But
wait, he owns Tesla, right? It's still private.
He started it. Yeah,
okay.
I believe so. I don't think they traded stock or
no. Remember, he got in trouble for like I'm thinking about
on Rogan.
Yeah. No, he like on Twitter. He said I'm thinking about making it public.
Oh yeah.
He's like starting bid would be like 53.06.
Yeah.
And like he never. And then like the private industry.
Yeah.
Everybody just started buying into it. Because they thought it was going to public, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to sell for 53?"
And then he gets a lot of money. Yeah.
So
I did see something about Musk recently. Like it was a big deal when he smoked a doobie on Rogan.
That was so long ago.
It was, but I just saw recently. It was like Elon Musk on alcohol. I've seen it like recommended to me like 4 times on my.
That's
YouTube
so weird. That's the weirdest thing.
I don't know where it was at. Theo Vaughn or something. I don't know.
Well, think about this. He drank alcohol on the same podcast, and no one said a fucking word.
That's true. Yeah.
Marijuana. Just to let everybody know, is legal
in California.
It's completely legal, where anybody can walk into a store and buy it.
And that's exactly what he asked beforehand.
He's like, "Is it legal?" He's like, "Yeah," and then he fucking smoked it. And,
proceeded, yeah.
I think Tesla stock dropped by 16% the next day.
Yeah, investors were not too happy.
What? That's so fucking dumb. What is smoking? What is one? He didn't even inhale.
It's
Watch it. He took one hit and he was like, "I'm good."
Automatic, well, yeah.
And he gave it back. It's like, what is that going to do to the dude's brain? Oh, open it up so he can make fucking a computer like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs said that the greatest thing he ever did was LSD.
I know that. I that's one thing.
Well, maybe not the greatest thing he ever did, but
one of the most influential things. Yeah, that
it's like
really sparked him.
Okay, so get rid of your Apple iPhones, people. He did LSD, and that's an illegal drug. You need to throw that shit away. Buy an Android.
You guys are contributing to the problem.
Yeah, you guys are contributing to the drug trade.
And also, if you have good LSD, just message the email address.
Don't throw it away. Mail it. Mail it.
Get rid of it.
I have a UPS address you can send it to. It's a business.
It's
you
a
won't get caught.
Service. Yeah, it'll all be good. But no, yeah, dude. It was exciting when I first left Pennsylvania. Copped the rental, got to the hotel. The warehouse was absolutely huge. The warehouse I work in right now here in Ohio is about 800,000 square feet.
Right.
And the one that I went,
fucking huge.
It's pretty huge. And we're building an addition on, and I forget how big it's going to be afterwards.
Is that like a lot of height up above, or is that like straight usable space?
It's mostly it's as high as the racks will go.
Damn, so that's usable space.
So yeah, almost all of it is rack space. That's not where it's not office space in the front part. Yeah, it really blows my mind because this is the first warehouse I've ever worked in. But like when you kind of see behind the curtain, it makes you realize like, geez, and it makes me really mad because people will bring me stuff like grills and everything, and it'll be super dusty on top, and I'm like,
right.
Not only do I get dirty, but I'm sending dirty merchandise. But it makes you realize like, no matter what a company orders to sell to a store, if they have to stock it, it's going to be sitting on a shelf and it's going to be dirty because it's in a warehouse. It's dirty no matter what. Yeah.
See, we work in a warehouse.
Everyone associates with dirt with used and old.
We always just wipe that shit off real quick. We have a rag special.
They're supposed to dust them off.
Oh, really?
But of course, the people who bring them to me
then again, we have motherfuckers in our warehouse that don't dust it off.
Exactly.
Oh, they'll accept dirty product, and then we get a phone call a day later.
Yeah.
Like,
this has half an inch of dust on it.
Yeah, it's been sitting around for how long? It's like, come on, people.
Yeah, we wanted a new version of it.
So you're the same reason.
Yeah.
You're in the same boat. It's like, come on, people.
Exactly, yeah. It's like this is going to a store to get sold to people. But
right.
But the Pennsylvania warehouse, dude, it was 1.5 million square.
Holy shit! All usable space, like they used it all same way.
They actually didn't even use the first 20 doors. I was really like surprised and kind of baffled by it.
You're talking like 20 doors for load.
It was for like actual load. Physical semi doors that you could load stuff into.
Didn't use the first 20.
Yeah, but they had 60, so there was.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they had like 65 doors, so the other 45 they pretty much used.
We have 6.
Yeah.
3 of them are usable by a trailer.
Yeah, that's what was nuts, dude. A big day for us here in Ohio at our center is during peak season. One of our biggest days this year was like I think 45 trucks, and
that's a lot of trucks.
It is in one day. And the first day, so if you've got 9 loaders, that means they're all loading 5 trucks apiece. Right,
that's a lot of trucks.
It really is. You know, if it takes you 2 hours to load a truck, that's a 10-hour day. So you got to load faster than that if you don't want to be there for 10 hours.
Right.
And that's if the shit's all there. But I went there, and the very first day I was there, I think there was 43 or 45. And then the biggest day there was 50, I think 52 or 55.
Damn, so it was like over your max
exactly
amount.
But I was busier though because they were busier.
Did that make you happy?
Yeah, it really made me realize like I had settled into a position of comfort at my current job where anything you do you become familiar with, it becomes mindless and you can kind of do it.
Exactly.
But going there, I was doing the exact same thing in a little bit different place. It wasn't as because it's so much bigger and there's so many more people that work there. It wasn't as organized and definitely not as clean, so it was a little bit harder to get my freight and stack it all and get it in the truck. But all in all, I was actually happy, and I worked more hours. My checks were bigger while I was there.
Oh yeah.
So all in all, it was really nice. But once I was there, the hotel started to wear on me. It made me realize why traveling takes so much out of people. Because if you don't have a home base, it's like it just grows this deep core inside of you.
Yeah.
Like it's a hole that nothing can fill, because if you don't have a home to call home, like the way I do, like I live here with my parents and I have my entire life, besides the few times I've moved out of state, out of apartment or whatever, I still, no matter where I move, still this place is my home. Because,
it's always here.
Yeah, I heard a saying, home isn't where you live, it's home isn't where you know. How's it go? I forget it.
I like to see homos naked.
Something like that. Yeah.
What is it? No, for it. Home is where you make it.
Yeah, no, it's something like that. It's home isn't where you live, it's where you know how.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Right? Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I discovered that when I needed a spatula when I was in my first apartment. You know, it's like at home you don't have to think, oh, I want to cook an egg. You don't think, do I have a spatula?
Wait, were you like halfway through cooking and were like, shit, I need a spatula?
No, I wanted to cook and I was like, geez, I need utensils. So, and in that sense, I lived there and I had been there for over a year. So it's like home isn't where you live, it's where you know how, because you know where where the cups and plates are.
I've never heard that motherfucking saying ever, bro.
That's what that set in with me when I was in Pennsylvania, because basically all I did was go there, and the extended stay hotel was the equivalent of a studio apartment. Yeah. And I ate way too much McDonald's because I didn't want to cook food after a 10 or 12 hour shift. Right. Because I worked a couple of those. But yeah, it made me feel for all the travelers out there and traveling workers, because I know that's got to be hard on you guys. And in the end, I was really ready to come home because I just missed home base, man. And doing the podcast, being familiar and having everything that I was used to having really set in. And it gave me kind of a complex too, because now I don't know how I feel about the future. You know, it's like when you invest so much into where you stay or think so much of it, it's really hard to think about changing that. Right. No matter where you want to move. And on the subject,
I mean that kind of happened to me. I moved away 2 years, 3 years from London now. Yeah. And it's just one of them things. Like I came back here and actually drove through town. So much has fucking changed. Yeah. It is not the fucking same.
And whether everything from gas stations to hothead burritos closing, it's like.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah. What the fuck?
There's a new Mexican restaurant up there, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went there.
Yeah. Is it any good? There's also some new place at the old Cappy's. Because Cappy's moved into the old Perkins.
Yeah. Which I'm legit about that, because Cappy's is like a cornerstone of fucking London.
It's the slam, yeah.
If you come to London, you need to eat at Cappy's.
Have you ever had Larry's in Mount Sterling?
Oh. Dude, that's motherfuckers, bypass London and go to Mount Sterling and get Larry's. Yeah. But you need to eat in.
Yeah,
that's all part of it.
It's a cool little hole in the wall kind of.
But it's the pizza that's hot. Mm-hmm. You got fuck
slamming. But yeah, so that was Pennsylvania for me, dude. It was literally the same thing, just a little more exciting, and then got old.
Yeah,
so now I'm back here, and then when I got back to work, it was like. It felt so small because that building was so big.
Yeah, I bet.
Like when you go in the building in Pennsylvania, you can't even see the other side of the building, and you get on your forklift and you get 10 or 12 racks down, and you're halfway down the thing. Right. In Pennsylvania, you're to get to the front of the building, it takes a good 2 minutes.
Damn.
Riding the whole time. Yeah.
See, that wouldn't be bad to work at though if you was riding the fucking forklift the whole time.
Exactly.
Because it takes so long to get everywhere.
Yeah. So and that was nice, and they had different forklifts. They had chargeable forklifts that you could pull up to and plug them in, basically. Yeah. Where at ours we have hydrogen, so you have to pull up to them like a gas pump and actually pump them. So
that's not bad though.
I have to take time out of my day though, so that's time I'm losing on my trucks because I have to go fuel when. If I plug it in every time I get off my lift when I'm taking a break. So technically it takes the time that it takes to refuel out of the day because I'm refueling while I'm taking a break, which is lunch and 2:15.
I mean, you got a point there.
So that made me realize, okay, I guess those are kind of better lifts in that terms. But
I worked at a warehouse where you had to change the battery yourself. Really? Like they had a winch.
Jeez.
No, not a winch. Sorry. What's the thing that comes from the top? A crane.
Crane, yeah.
A crane. Like, you had to crane.
Kind of like a motor mount crane, yeah.
You had to crane a new fucking battery into your fucking... Because, those big batteries, they only get so many charges.
Right, and that's like propane tanks. I've never driven a propane tank forklift.
That's what we have at our fucking work. Yeah. And what sucks is you'll be, halfway through... You'll have the forks fully extended at the highest point and, have a fucking pallet lifted and ready to come down with it, fully extended, run out of propane.
Oh, no.
So it's hopefully these hydraulic lines don't blow, because if they do, we're gonna fucking miss out on some fucking shit. We're gonna miss out on some product. Speaking of missing out on product, the fucking dude wrecked our truck.
Oh my god!
He rolled it. Yeah, he rolled it on the side.
Before we get to that though, that was my trip to Pennsylvania. In the meantime, I think you moved, right?
I did move.
Yeah. So what happened during the hiatus for you, man?
Dude,
too much to go over.
I'm just not happy with any of it. Yeah. I mean, moving was perfectly fine, but it's still all the extras. I had not the best roommates.
Okay.
So they were all set to move. And when they did move, they had nothing packed.
Of course.
And then they had nobody show up to help them move.
I hate that. I hate when people say, come help me move, and what they really mean is come help me pack. It's like, God.
No, they didn't even have anybody come help them pack.
Yeah.
They just had nobody help them move.
At least pack your shit up so we can move some shit, and I don't have to come over and be like, pack up the whole place. But
so since I'm already there, who's the person that's going to be carrying boxes?
You.
Is this dude.
Yeah.
So I had that to deal with, and it's whatever.
Right, you try to be nice, though. You're trying to help your friends, yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even that. I was trying to clean the fucking apartment so we could get our fucking security deposit back.
Yeah, that's important.
And they just like, oh, he's going to clean it. He already said he was going to clean it.
Yeah, lame.
So
it's all
we can take as long as we want.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's like, you motherfuckers. You fucks. Then moving, I moved easily.
Yeah?
I'm like, dude, I'm a bachelor. I'm fucking a van and a half worth of a load to my new place. Just unloaded it all by myself.
Did it all done in a day.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's the best.
Moved and set up all my shit. Can't get a fucking mailbox key because the fucking U.S. Postal Service is a bunch of assholes.
They're federal, man.
Yeah, but
federal assholes.
Okay, so I should just be able to go and get a mailbox key from the post office that delivers my mail because they have a key to get into my mailbox to deliver the fucking mail.
You would think.
No.
You have to get one special issued?
Yeah, I have to get one made. So how are they going to do this? Well, we're going to mail it to you. I can't get in my mailbox.
That's a fatal flaw of the system right there.
Okay, so...
Someone was not thinking that day.
Well, no, so then they said, well, we're going to mail it to the carrier site. I was like, okay, where's this carrier site at?
Yeah.
And then they told me where it was at, gave me an address. She's like, but call before you go.
Okay.
Already had a post-it note made up with the phone number and the address to the
place.
Whatever the fucking place is called.
Yeah.
The carrier place. But you know this is a fucking issue already. This is asinine.
Yeah. You're well prepared to handle this situation, and you're not
you should
actually
fucking
helping
deal with it. So yeah, exactly. So I immediately when I walked up there, I was like, I just need a mailbox key. She's like, well, it's not that simple. It was like, excuse me?
Of course.
I was told I just need to show up with my lease and my ID.
Yeah.
Says everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, I have to wait fucking 18 days. It's like, bitch, I got mail coming in.
You can get a gun faster than that.
I could go to a gun shop right now. Of course, I could get my...
Those are the silly comparisons I like to make when it comes to
I could get my mailbox right now if I really wanted to.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Like, jeez.
But it's just like, it's just the little asinine things.
Yeah.
I was on hold for fucking Spectrum for like an hour and a half because they're like, oh, to set up your internet, we need your social security number.
Right.
I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, you don't really need it. I can verify my identity with many other forms of
You don't need that. I was like, no, we need that. I was like, no, that's not acceptable. Send me to somebody higher. And that's the key. Yeah. Just always ask for somebody higher. You cannot cuss. If you cuss, they're able to hang up on you.
Right.
Just if you know, like, I do cuss.
Right.
So I know when I get bumped up to the next person. Yeah. Immediately, this is unacceptable. Send me to somebody higher.
Yeah. You got to climb the scale.
But you also have to be polite to them. It's not on them.
Right,
they're
exactly,
just doing what they're told to do.
Exactly. They're conducting their job to the best of their ability because they're trying to get a paycheck.
Yeah, too. Exactly. So
most people aren't just going to work to be like, can't wait to fuck these people over.
Right.
Me.
Right, exactly. Yeah, repo drivers might be the only one.
Yeah, possibly.
And a couple police who shoot black people.
Yeah, the ones that are on the news the most.
Those are the only people that go to work like, I'm ready to fuck some people over.
Yeah. Who am I going to shoot today?
Do I have my coke in my pocket to plant? I do.
Got the evidence.
That's so fucked up.
And then you started to talk about the crazy picture you sent me, though. I'll try to edit this picture into the podcast so you guys can see it.
Of the wrecked truck. Yeah. That was not me.
You didn't wreck it, yeah, but... Someone who was driving it for your work.
Yeah, but I took this route for 4 years. Okay. So I know what he drives on.
Right.
I never wrecked a single fucking truck. Oh man. Not once.
That one looked. How did he wreck it? Did he rear end someone or what?
Well, just let me tell you the story.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
He got it stuck in a ditch because he couldn't get it turned around. Right.
So did he try to like K-turn to get it turned around?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He tried to do like a 3-point turn to get it turned around. And he went into the ditch. It's been raining for the past 18 weeks for fucking in Ohio.
Right.
So immediately, those trucks are so heavy that it immediately sank.
As soon as, yeah.
So the first 3 hours from 7:30 until 10:30, he had a tow truck come and get him out
of the ditch. Yeah.
Yeah. An hour and a half later, before he even made his first stop, he calls back and says, "Hey, I wrecked the truck again." He rolled it on his side. Evidently, like, so when you're in a big truck like that, anybody who drives a big truck, you'll know this. It's just a box. It's a 28-foot box truck. Okay. It's the biggest box trucks you can drive without having like a CDL.
CDL, yeah.
So anybody who knows that, if there's another vehicle coming on like a small road,
or just people who don't know that, commercial driver's license.
Yeah, exactly.
Big rigs, yeah,
exactly. To anybody who drives one of those, or who is driving like a big vehicle with like a trailer, you know the polite thing to do when you're on a small road is to stop and let the other motherfucker pass.
Right, if it's that small, yeah.
This motherfucker just decided like, oh, we can both pass at the same time. And since it's been raining so much, he went over, got into the grass. His back
started to slip. Yeah.
Well, his front end was perfectly fine. He could get it back onto the road.
Okay.
His ass end started to fucking sink.
Wait, yeah.
So he overcorrected, drove onto the other side of the road, and just rolled it into the ditch onto a hill.
Oh, man. That is brutal.
He's a fucking idiot.
So is he still employed?
I don't know how. Like,
accidents do happen, but yeah,
but they don't happen twice in the same fucking day.
Yeah, there's a level of caution that you have to actually have.
But he ruined everything. He told the truck. That's a brand new truck.
That was like
we bought it last year.
How much dollars worth of goods?
No, he lost at least $500,000 worth of. Like after we sold everything, like because we had product on the back. Like that's
he was on his way to deliver.
That's not our cost. At our cost, it's like $300,000.
Right.
But he was on his way. Like that shit was already sold.
Wow.
So we lost $500,000 because the truck's totaled.
Right.
It would cost more to fucking fix it.
Yeah, between the missed deliveries and product and truck and...
So then Friday night, it's me hopping in a vehicle at fucking 3 o'clock to take his route. And I only got half of it done because the people called me. Like, we don't want to be hanging out until 8 o'clock tonight. Exactly. I was like, I understand.
Yeah, totally fair. Wow, man.
He's an idiot. I don't like him. I sent him home today at 3 o'clock. We were busy as fuck. There was so much to do.
Yeah.
And him and the other dude, they're National Guard, and that's the reason they got hired.
Okay.
My boss has a hard-on for people in the military.
Of course, services, yeah.
But if you ask me, they ain't making it.
Right,
even in the National Guard.
They're not bringing that National Guard to the job. Yeah.
They ain't making it. No, they will get kicked out before they're able to retire from the National Guard.
Gotcha.
That's what's going to happen. I don't want to talk bad about people, but I see how they work.
Yeah, and I feel like that's definitely something, because I feel like you said, I don't mean to talk bad about anybody, but I feel like a large percentage of people, not a majority, but a large percentage of them end up enrolling in military services because they have no options left.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
and if you're
oftentimes they're not the most well-rounded individual in terms of reacting to authority and changing your life from a serving standpoint.
And I have an issue with that. As if you're in my brother's in the National Guard. Okay. I don't want to talk bad about them. My brother went overseas and served.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't want to talk bad about them. They haven't done shit.
Yeah.
They go hang out. They went through basic training. They went through 2-a-days for football, if you ask me. I know what my brother went through. That they had tear gas and they had something else that's more like, motherfucker, I did more physical activity. My brother got stabbed in physical training, basic training, and that was the most that's ever happened. Yeah. Like, black people wanted to jump him because my brother was an asshole. Yeah. And what happened to my brother was the most physically fit. Because, like you said, a bunch of fucking assholes go into the fucking military.
And oftentimes,
so he was the most physically fit, and everybody was mad because he was making these great numbers.
Actually,
and from his story, like, they were, like, threatening him. They were fucking jumping him in the shower and whatnot.
Shit. Yeah, that's amazing.
Which just sounded, I mean, my brother might be gay, so it might just be like a gangbang gone wrong. I'm just saying.
But no, yeah, I know what you mean, though.
But so they want to be held higher because they're in the military. It's like, motherfucker, you push a broom in a fucking mess hall. Fuck your military. Go serve.
Just because you can lay claim to this thing doesn't automatically qualify you for the wonderful things that you pretend to.
But that happened in fucking 8th grade football, if you think about it. The punter, the kicker, were they held to the same hire?
Oh, yeah.
You played fucking what, quarterback?
Quarterback, yeah.
In 8th grade?
Right.
Was the punter or the kicker held to the same standard? No, he fucking was not. He was loved when he made the kick, and he was hated when he didn't make the kick.
Because it was like, yo, that's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do, because that's all he has to fucking do. So, like, he's carrying that above everybody, and he just fucking sucks, and I want to fire him so bad. But I sent him and his buddy home at 3.
Yeah.
There was so much to do, and they were just standing around talking. And I was like, you know what, motherfuckers? I will do your work.
Yeah.
Go home. I don't need that.
Right.
Fucking fairy. God, I get so mad.
Oh, I know what you mean, though, dude. It's the aggravation that you can encounter on a daily basis that's out of your control can drive you up a wall.
No, yeah, no
You
shit.
know, it really can. And there's nothing that'll throw you off kilter more than just like getting your day ruined, your day or week or month, or like plans ruined by somebody unexpectedly because it's something out of your control.
And I had a good fucking morning.
Yeah.
I was late to work. I got a story for you. I want to know what part is rude.
Okay.
Okay. So I woke up this morning and I had a lady friend stay the night.
Right. As one does.
They have this thing that's called morning wood.
Okay. They do or you do?
I might have had it.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't come up with the word, so they got it.
I thought you were saying they as in she.
No.
I thought you finally betted the broad you wanted, you know.
No. I wish. I wouldn't be here right now if I found a woman with a dick.
Oh, the unicorn?
Let's be honest. So anyway.
So you woke up this morning and the woodpecker's pecking.
Yeah. And I was like, listen, woman, let's take care of this. I ain't got time to fucking. I ain't got the energy for it. I got a long day of work.
Right.
But I know that mouth works. All right. So excellent. I had her give me a blowy.
Oh, blowy.
Yeah. But that's not the rude part. The rude part might have been is she said, hey, let me know when you're about to bust. And I said, listen, I can't. Like, I'm thinking this in my head. Right? I said, okay, because that's a polite thing to say.
And then you didn't.
But I'm thinking in my head, I can't, like, I can go to work with spit dick because that don't smell. But I can't go to work with thigh load because that shit does smell. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially after a sweaty day, you work that load into your thigh with the sweat. It's going to smell terrible. You know what I'm talking about.
I guess I mean, I do, but I mean...
Have you ever
masturbated
in the morning and like smelled like your belly that you didn't clean up and you're like, oh my god, I gotta clean that up. I can't.
Maybe there's been whiffs before, but
it's whiffs.
Usually,
I can't put my coworkers into that whiff.
Yeah, you
smell.
You gotta get some hand wipes, man.
So I didn't say anything,
clean up.
And I just held her head there.
Oh gosh.
Because I didn't listen. It's either rude to her or rude to them. And I'd rather be rude to her because I had to see them every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So is that the rude part, or is the rude part immediately after she got done? I was like, listen, you got 5 minutes. You got to get off my fucking plate. I'm not giving you the key to lock up. I'm not trusting you here. You have 5 minutes to go spit that shit out. Get your clothes. Get the fuck out. Because I got to go.
Yeah, he might be a dick. I'm not sure.
Just the overall, the whole thing.
Might be a total asshole, yeah.
You might have a point because she has not texted me back today. Which I haven't been expecting one.
Right.
But I was nice on the text back. Like, hey, beautiful, the morning was great. We should do it again. Which really I was thinking about myself. But I complimented her at least.
Hey, man, that's some savage shit right there.
I got my life to live, bro. I ain't having kids with her.
Right, I know what you mean.
Both are just rude, all right?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm a good coworker. That's what we can come up with.
Right, yeah.
Silver lining. You don't have to worry about me coming with fucking thigh load or whatever I said.
I mean, and devil's advocate, she could have really busted the seams apart and just like got done and spit it right on your face. She really wanted to be spiteful, you know.
She could
like
have.
if she was a cat, if she had claws, a crazy woman would have torn up your apartment, set your shit on fire. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So needless to say, you may have just dinged her morale quite a bit.
Well, I mean, I called her beautiful, so I raised it after I dinged it.
You leveled it, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Broke even.
At max, I leveled that shit.
Oh, man.
Hey, what do you expect? I got shit to do. You got shit to do. You ain't got to do your shit till 10. I got my shit to do at 7:30.
Right.
That means we got to leave at 7:15.
Right. Could have planned better, but...
You should have done better.
Right.
It should have been 2 minutes instead of 10. We had time, but you took a detour.
Oh, man. And let us know your comments. Do you think Brandon is an asshole or not?
Oh, my God.
Is it rude or...
Of course I'm an asshole. Okay, but I would like to revenge myself. Not revenge, but avenge. I would like to have a comeback.
Okay.
Of some sorts.
Not does a pun come back?
Yeah, no. This had nothing to do with cum. Surprisingly, I want to know what you think I should do about this.
Okay.
Because it's an awkward situation. I don't know. I haven't really spoke to her since this moment.
Right. I don't know if she. I mean.
No. It's a different girl.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't have anything else to say on that one.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I can just be like, hey, you want to suck a dick? Like that's all I can do at this point.
SOL.
Yeah. But this new girl, she was kind of like in the same situation as you, like you're going away. Right. But she got a higher position at a new branch of her company. So she's moving away legit. Okay, yeah. And she
boss babe.
She wouldn't do it until she talked to me. Mm-hmm. And I've hung out with this girl once and like we've had conversations, text messages and whatnot. But she knows I'm a different person and never like we were planning on going like okay, we went on a date. We've seen more than one. Okay. Right, yeah. But like the legit date once, but we've hung out. Okay. And she's up my alley. Perfect. Right. That's what I need.
She's in your zone, yeah. In your league.
I would say I'm perfect for her. Right. But at the moment, she didn't see that. Okay. She's like, oh, the grass is greener over here. And then she realized that grass is going to fuck you over. Okay. It's crabgrass. Oh, it's going to fuck a different bitch. Give you chlamydia. That's what's going to happen there.
No doubt. Okay, yeah.
So, she's like, hey, what should I do? Okay. And immediately, she's like, I want you to think about it. And immediately, I just fucking 3-word fucking text message. Yeah. I said 2-word. Yeah. Do it.
About moving?
About taking the job.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
Because
might as well.
To me, seize the moment. Like I want
Carpe diem,
I want to be in a relationship with her. That's what I want to happen. Like I thought it would have been perfect. Right. I could have settled down, had some babies, whatnot. But my immediate thought in my stomach, I guess you would say, was she needs to do this.
Yeah, definitely.
So I told her hey, go. Right. Go. And then she's like, you have nothing else to say? And I was like, no, I got a fucking book I could type you.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah. You're asking me because you're wondering what's best for you. And that's a weird part. If I'm being honest about what's best for you is the opportunities that you have available to you. And those aren't for me to make decisions for you. People oftentimes let other people make decisions for them instead of take the influence of their answer. She was asking you because in her mind it's like it's kind of like I only went to Pennsylvania to visit. People who have to actually transfer and make these decisions permanently. You make your decision if you're not wholly confident independently. I truly believe that you make those decisions based on what others that you trust and like their word about it. So in my mind, she was asking you whether she should go or not only to see if you would discourage her because you are so involved and attached to her, right? And you are reciprocating that with her because maybe part of her wants to stay as well as you want her to
I mean,
stay.
this is her only life, so she wants to stay.
And most people, that's the case. Not many people live simultaneous lives where,
Well, I'm not going to do I'm not doing a longer distance. Like I influenced her to go. I told her straight up, because it was the weirdest thing. Like she called me. She's like, "You are the reason I believe in God." Okay. Because every time I have every time she has a life-changing moment or a life-changing thought, what she should do, I always contact her, out of the blue. It's like, hey, how are you doing? It's just me being
That's cool, yeah.
Hey, I want some booty. What are you doing? But I don't actually say that. Hey, what are you doing? It's rude, but I would like to build it into her. Like I said, I'm not seeing her just as booty, but she's I really believe in that conscious energy of people thinking of each other. Right. So she's like, hey, you're God. She's like, I want to see you before I leave. Right. Given we've seen each other 5 times. Right. We went to school together, but we've seen each other 5 times since then. Okay. Not a lot. And I was like, you know what? I got you. Right. We live an hour apart. Okay. It was 11:30. I didn't leave there until, I don't know what, 1:30, 2:30. Right. 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours of talking to her.
Getting it in, yeah.
Not getting it in. I didn't get it in. Because I didn't.
It's the life contemplating of the decision,
She was willing to do that. I was willing to do that, but I didn't think it was right to put her in because she left at 12 o'clock in the next. She left at noon. Right. She hopped on a plane and was gone. Yeah. I didn't think it was right to put that on her. Yeah. Because she wasn't looking for a one-night stand.
You didn't want her to get on the plane and smell like thigh load.
Exactly. she don't want to smell like thigh load. The passengers don't need to smell that. That was good, my brother. Give me some. That was fucking good.
Yeah, that just came to me.
But no, she She don't need to deal with that. She
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
need to deal
It's
with
one
having
extra
to-
thing, yeah. And I think I similarly have experienced something recently where it's like I was like interested at I'm still interested and was interested at first, and like it's
Right.
mutual and everything, but it's like you suddenly feel bad if you turn down a romantic part of it when what you're doing is like, I'm not only looking out for my feelings, but it's like we have to mutually do what's best for us. And it's like,
Exactly.
if we act like kids and teenagers and college kids that can just fuck whenever they want and then go about their days and stuff, like it's gonna create problematic feelings and situations later on down the road, because all we're using each other as is fleshlights and fucking vibrators.
Like, we talked for the first week she'd been gone.
Right.
We had a constant conversation.
Right.
And it's died down superiorly. And I knew
The honeymoon phase,
that was going to happen.
It always does.
And she don't need that on top of like having sex with me and then moving.
And then trying to tackle a new place.
Yeah.
And, you know, she needs to
She
be
don't need
focused on
that.
getting familiar with the new environment instead of her mind being pinned down on where she used to be.
And there's some quote from a movie that I used.
Right.
And it was like, that was the dealest deal. Like, I could just unzip my pants there and just be like, all right, do your thing.
Yeah.
But it was from some movie. And I said, if you don't come back.
Right.
But if you do come back right.
Yeah.
Meaning like mentally, physically,
Exactly.
emotionally, like do what you have to do out there.
Yeah.
And if
why the reason you're
exactly,
going. Get
and
it accomplished.
don't think about this. I think it was from The Office
Okay.
with Jim and Pam.
Okay.
And it's just like, you need to go out. Don't think about here.
I
you
remember
need
when-
to go
yeah.
do your thing. Art school.
Pam went to art school
Yeah.
and had a miserable time. Yeah.
You need to do your fucking thing, but make sure you come back. That's exactly where it's from, The Office.
Yeah.
You need to come back right.
And it makes perfect sense, and it's a really real thing, because like when you have these kind of opportunities, it's why I went to Pennsylvania, it's why I lived in California, it's why I have capitalized on the opportunities that I have had in my life thus far.
Yeah.
Because if you do not, when you have the opportunity, if you say no instead of yes, the rest of your life, that will be a posed question that keeps you up at night saying, what if I would have won?
Exactly.
What
And
if I would've done? It's always better to do it, and then like that's the thing about going somewhere else. You can always come back. You can always, things will always be as they are now to some extent, but
Right.
if you want them to be different, you have to change them.
Right. That's the fuck. The weirdest part is, like you said, those are the questions that keep you up at night. It's like, that's the only time those questions come to you is when you have downtime and you're thinking life is shit. It's so weird how those
You're
questions.
thinking life
like,
over,
what if I would have
truly.
done this?
Yeah.
What if I would have done this?
And to me, that's
So fucking weird.
it's shower thoughts and laying in
shower
bed thoughts.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. I can spend an extra fucking 30 minutes in the shower.
Yeah, just
with
thinking
just
of
the
random-
water hitting me.
Yeah, there's a
just
subreddit
thinking.
called Shower Thoughts, and it's hilarious. People post so many funny things.
I don't know anything about Reddit.
It's just subreddits are just all kinds, like literally it's just reddit.com/r/shower thoughts.
But the issue
and it's
is,
a whole post of just thought, like people end up remembering the thoughts they had in the shower and then
Right.
posting them through a thread. And it's really funny how different modes of your life, like sleeping and showering and commuting and these kinds of weird interactions with our daily lives, spur a catalyst in our mind for a spark of thought that culminates or brings up other thoughts that we don't recall on a regular basis.
You know what the weirdest
it's
part
not
is?
in our reach most times.
You know what the weirdest part is?
What?
If you look, like I've looked at Reddit, my issue with Reddit is the fucking like website.
layout's hard?
The website looks like it's made in fucking 1987, like
Yeah.
the first fucking website
It
ever.
just looks like nothing but a text. Yeah.
But other than that, it's like the weird thing is you read a post like that,
Mm-hmm.
shower thoughts, the shit pops up in your mind like, motherfucker, we live millions of miles. We live hundreds of miles away. But we have the same thought in the shower.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? This is so fucking weird.
Is there more strings connected than you think? You know.
There has to be.
And that's why, like you said, you know, like when it seems like whenever you start spending time with somebody, as they pop into your mind, it's extremely coincidental or synchronistic when it lines up. You know, oh, I just thought of that person and they texted me. That's the part of manifesting your reality, creating your own reality and future that I believe in, because reality is as it is now, and it's not any different till I do something different.
That's the people need to realize that.
Yeah,
Like, life's
you're
not
gonna
change
stay where
unless you
you're
do
gonna stay
something.
where you're at as long as you stay where the fuck you're at.
Right? If you keep doing the same
People are like,
fucking
why
thing,
am I
life's not gonna
stuck
change.
here? It's like, take the anchor
something.
off of your fucking ankle, pull up your fucking sails.
It's not
and
even
sail away.
The anchor's.
Come sail away.
The anchor. Yeah, right. That's fucking sticks. The overrated. The anchor isn't on your ankle though. Yeah. The anchor's on your mind.
That's true.
You just need to make some moves. You need to make shit happen. Then you can go wherever you want to go.
Speaking of that, I got a question for you. How often would you say that you let your heart make decisions more so than your mind? Or your heart or your gut?
It depends on what we're talking about.
Exactly, yeah. So I guess a better question would be, like, what in life requires you to take into consideration a gut feeling or a heart feeling? You know? What kind of thing?
I will tell you this. Yeah. Now that you say that, gut feeling reactions only happen in the spur of the moment. If I have a moment to think about it, it's all head.
All logic, yeah.
It's all like, well, I mean, there's been a couple times where I'm like, no, I need to do this. Yeah. And I've done it.
Right.
And it worked out for the best.
Right.
I thought about it and it's like.
Well, you
But then again, just like the girl used me, I've used other people. And
absolutely, everyone has.
I'm not looking for an answer. I'm not looking for someone to say, hey, do this, do that. I'm looking for someone to say, motherfucker, you have the answer in front of you. You're just scared to fucking do it.
Yeah, that's the key, man. Because a lot of people are in that same boat where a lot of us know the right answer.
Right, exactly.
It's not that we're afraid of it. It's not that we don't know it. It's just that we need reassurance. Sometimes it doesn't have to be from someone close or someone you know. It's just like, if someone could reaffirm what I'm thinking, I'll trust myself a little bit more. Because uncertainty, I had an ex-girlfriend in high school tell me this. Uncertainty is the worst feeling in the world. And I absolutely agree over time, because when you're uncertain about something, that is what causes anxiety. And it's whether it keeps you awake at night or just like, keeps you from thinking at work or whatever. Like, everybody's been in a situation where they have this thing in their life that they can't put aside to get anything else accomplished. And that's kind of the reason I asked that, because I wonder which part of us as humans tosses and tussles with this, like, is it your gut? Is it your heart? Is it your brain? When do we overthink? When do we let our dicks think or our hearts think? Like the people, and I feel like as I say that, those are all just forms of speech, what do they call them? Those are just a turn of phrase or whatever.
Yep.
But have you ever been in a relationship or had an experience in your life where, in the end of it, your heart physically hurts? Like. Yeah. There's a level of emotional pain that hits your heart, or when your stomach drops. That's a feeling too. That's a gut. That's a gut reaction.
I think it was more the situation that it was presented to me is the reason my heart was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I was at work and I had a lady friend. I was dating her at the time.
Right.
Just called me. And she was just straight up like, hey, it's over. I have to do this now. I was fucking like 3.5 hours away.
Damn.
It's like...
brutal.
You didn't, like, there was no pretense.
Yeah.
You called me. This was in the first, like, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So that's the only time that I've actually had, like, heart pain.
Yeah. When the tide comes crashing in like a tsunami. Yeah. And that's not only unexpected or uncertain, but unexpected, because in that moment you're like, not only do you not see it coming, you don't have any reasoning, you don't have anything else.
Right, exactly.
You don't have time to ask questions, because when people come with stuff like that, it's one of two things. It's either you end up in an argument, and that's my guess why she chose to do it over the phone in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to situationally do things to a certain extent that they need to get accomplished and nothing else can happen.
Right.
Because, whether it's a problematic person or situation, if you do it a certain way and something gets in the way while you're doing it, it might not get accomplished. Yeah. And that happens a lot with romantic relationships. And that's why I think people end up in toxic relationships and they can't get away from each other, because they always try to meet each other to part ways.
Like, after thinking about it, just like you said, like, it was best for her to do it over the phone in the middle of the day.
And it sucks,
if she would have met me in person, like, I would have talked I would have talked my way out.
The reason,
just give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
Men and women being women.
I can talk you into let me, get it in two more times at least.
Yeah. And as humans, we're so willing to make negotiations in terms of like what we want out of life and out of people.
Right.
And I hate when I calculate situations and I'm expecting something out of someone, because I feel guilty. Like, I don't want to use people, but I can't help but seem to affiliate myself with people who are going to benefit me in some way or the other. It's like why would I want to hang out with somebody who wouldn't benefit me? But
right.
I don't want to just hang out with somebody because it's beneficial to me.
Right, exactly. Because they're gonna feel like you're using
exactly,
them.
yeah. But in reality, sometimes you need a person you can use. Sometimes the usefulness of a person provides you something that you don't have, and it can teach you one. We talked about that on a previous podcast, like dating chicks, and then they move on to their husband next. It's like, what happened between us that you knew exactly what you wanted now?
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still asking this question. None of my ex-girlfriends let me know.
Yeah,
let me know. Like,
yeah, what did I do that made you realize like and sometimes it's like. Exes are exes for a reason. It's because you realize after you have a relationship what you don't want.
Right.
You might not know what you want, but if you have an ex, that means you don't want that anymore. And like you said, it's never as clear. There's no futures or like exes or whatever, but you never get any closure on like. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but other times it's just like, damn.
But I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
You don't have to let me know the actual reason why they broke up with me. If you could just let me know that's not because I had a small dick, like that's a boost in confidence, bro.
Yeah, at least
because you know that's a thought in the back of your head.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Did this relationship end? Maybe not small dick, but like
sexual.
Bad dick.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also another reason why I don't like laying down the pipe proper to a chick, because she'll stick around just for that. You know?
Right, yeah, you got a point.
Like,
you gotta,
if you lay it down right,
you gotta hold a little back.
And it's like, after you do that, it's like, well, yeah, because as I got older, I realized, holy shit, women love sex just as much as men, if not more. you know, and like when they want it, they want it. Sometimes I'm like, I gotta recoup. You know, give me like 15.
Right. I know what you're saying. Don't give them the full pipe because they'll be knocking down your door.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, don't choke them. Just stick a finger in their ass. I feel it, brother. There's rules.
In that essence, it's like, if you're not banging or romantically involved, oftentimes platonic relationships and friendships end up in usable situations, whether it's somebody has a house, somebody has an apartment, somebody has money, somebody has drugs, somebody has car, somebody, you know.
You find a drug dealer in Pennsylvania?
At the hotel I was staying at, there were two dudes who were slanging some gas. They had some good
Oh, okay, so you can find some.
And I went to this place called Spooky Nook Sports.
Yeah.
And it was a huge it's an indoor sports complex. There was probably upwards of 50 basketball courts and a rock climbing wall, like all kinds of crazy shit. It was really cool. And I played basketball. Shout out to Caleb Weaver. I don't know, he probably won't watch this, but if anybody
shout
knows
out to
Caleb,
you though if you do.
Yeah. And I went and met him, and we went and played some basketball. I haven't played basketball in years, and first shot I took, automatically packed. Dude jammed my shit like some jelly, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. So after that, I had to turn around and get on my defense, because like, I'm only 5'8". How you gonna come up on me and pack me on my first shot? You never play basketball against me, you know. So I had to come correct with the defense after he came and packed me, and then I got I got literally two different people, two different times that, hey, bro, good defense. Because it's like, I played quarterback and cornerback, and if you play corner, the only goal is to not let the dude get past you.
Right.
So like, if you're dribbling the ball, it's even easier because you're focused on the ball.
Right.
So
exactly.
just get it, and people like, that's why I don't like basketball, because I feel like it's an unfair sport. Because it's like, if you're up on me, I can't take a shot or dribble, and if I got to be up on you, I can't do anything. That's whatever. I
completely feel you.
It's like,
basketball's a game. It ain't no sport.
It's all games, man. Like soccer,
anybody can dribble.
It's like soccer. Why would I run around the field after a ball?
Yeah, I don't fuck soccer. Anybody who plays soccer, you know what? You might listen to this and you might hate me after this. He supports you. Fuck you. No, I love you soccer players. Just to let you know that Pele there was no hand in Pele's goal. That was no hand of God goal. That was legit.
Have you seen the footage of the dude who does something on a soccer field and like breaks his neck and like fucking has a seizure?
Yeah.
Weird,
like he does a couple backflips
like,
and then he fucking has a seizure and then he dies.
Yeah,
I saw that. That's one of
the
my
video that I watched on YouTube.
Time.
It was like Angel of Death or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I swear
he gets like his neck like split or something,
and
or like an artery split, and he just freaks the fuck out.
Like some exorcist shit.
It's legit.
Wow.
Hey, brother, I'm glad to be back, though.
I know, man, me too. I really missed it. So we got like 5 minutes left or so before we're at the hour mark. You got anything else we haven't talked about that you want to get to? We can go over if we want. I mean, it's all good.
Man, I think I'm pretty good right now. I think that went great.
I think so too, man. And like, some things we got to focus on is listener engagement.
Yes.
So that's on our part and on your part. So if you're listening, please reach out to us on any form of our social media. Those of you that interact with us on Facebook or whatever it is, or Instagram, just help us out by giving us like a tag or an @ or whatever.
Or let us know what you want to talk about.
Exactly.
That's what the email's for.
That would be perfect. If
Thejokerandthesmoker at gmail.com.
Yes, email us. Let us know something that's on your mind. If we talked about something that gave you a thought. If you have a brief story to tell, type it out to me. If you want us to read it on air, we'll totally do that.
If you have like a fucking reader's question or a reader's idea or like what you should do in this situation, motherfucker, we got you.
Perfect content.
Maybe it's a suggestion. It's not what you should do, right? Because I'm not trying to get sued.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll give our gainful advice. That's
exactly.
All we can do,
what we've gone through, we can let you know what we should do.
It shouldn't be soundly applied to any situation besides theoretically.
Yeah, but listen to this podcast because that's a real legit thing, and tell all your friends.
Yeah. We gotta do all kinds of stuff because we are in the market to not only maybe make some T-shirts.
Yes.
We would like to get some potential merchandise out there. What besides T-shirts, what would you guys like to wear? Like bracelets, hats,
cock rings and dildos.
Well, we can brand whatever you want us to.
We can though.
That's
a hell of a market,
I think stickers will be really easy.
Stickers.
We can print off stickers really easily.
We could get a Pornhub sponsorship, bro.
We should start posting our podcast on Pornhub.
Deal.
Okay.
At least clips of it.
I already have an account, so I can probably upload pretty easily.
I have an account too. I had to. It was like you have to join this to watch this clip.
I think also you have to. Oh yeah. You can still watch certain clips, but also in order to download most videos, you have to have an account.
And downloading porn is so amazing because you can just go anywhere.
It is, but I have too many gigs of it. Like.
Well, I don't have that many gigs of porn, bro.
Dude,
like I
have an ongoing 7-year archive.
Damn.
Well, right?
No. See, I won't say damn.
Probably not 7 years.
No, I won't say damn because I respect that. Because every now and then I will lose contact with an old video that I want to watch.
That you're like,
man.
Like,
that pops in my mind, just like shower thoughts, like old porn videos.
Exactly.
Like, you know what really got me off that one time?
Yeah.
That one lady that got drilled by that horse. Wait,
what?
Wait.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, my brother.
Yeah, dude, it's really good to be back. I'm glad we're back at it. Hit us up on Patreon if you guys want to support us. We've got
everything.
Do we need to do
PayPal, Patreon
segment for Patreon again coming up soon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll try.
We'll plan all that out.
Like that. Yeah. We'll get at you guys. We're gonna be back. I don't know. We haven't decided on next episode yet, but hopefully we'll be back to another 2 episodes a week.
Right. Hell yeah, my brother.
That should be it, dude.
Hell yeah. It's glad to be back, my brother.
All right, guys. It's Joker and Smoker, episode 21. Have a good motherfucking day.
Later, y'all. Woo! Back in the saddle again. That's heroin rock, y'all.